Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to the Prepare to Repair show. I am your host, Steve Suarez. Want to wish everybody a happy new year, like I did last week, but it's cold, extremely cold out there. Hope everyone is keeping warm. And on today's show, we're going to be talking a little bit of plumbing and some supplies and everything else for people who are looking to remodel a kitchen, bathroom, basement even, appliances, electric. I have Mac Tracy and Justin Garola from Ferguson Supply. How you guys doing?
Doing great, Steve. Thanks for having us on the show.
Appreciate it.
A lot of anticipation leading up to this episode, let me tell you. We're excited to be here, so thanks for having us.
Awesome. Ferguson Supply has multiple locations throughout the area and the country, correct? I mean, you guys
Absolutely. Yeah, we're nationwide. We're the largest plumbing supplier in North America. I think we just eclipsed 1,600 locations, 30,000 plus associates. So we're a very large company, but we have the feel and culture of a small mom and pop in our local markets.
Fantastic. And you just opened a new location in Tinley Park that we're going to talk about today.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So
awesome.
that's my baby. I opened that, believe it or not, 3 weeks before this whole pandemic hit in late February of 2020 last year. Certainly faced a little adversity, but we've been resilient, and it's been a challenging, eventful year or two, to say the least.
Awesome. And as I was saying, you guys carry more than plumbing supplies, and we're going to go over it in the the rest of the show goes on. And also, we're going to have, this is actually a two-parter that we're going to have, because there's so much stuff that we're going to cover with you guys. And just being out at that location, the amount of product you have there, the showroom, and everything that you guys sell and do is a lot different than most supply houses that people are going to run into. So, and I don't know if too many people know that you're there.
No, and that's part of, and I thank you for, first and foremost, doing this for, your industry and the market down here. This is, with what you do, I mean, you're a business owner in itself, and then doing this in your free time. This is such a treat to be on the show and all that you do for your community. So, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to come on here. And our goal was to educate this market, Southwest suburbs, Northwest Indiana, on who we are, because we are so brand new to this market. We've been in Chicago since 2003, and we've always kind of had an X on the map, Southwest suburbs, and we finally committed in early 2022 to do it. And there's a lot of people that don't know who we are.
Right.
We are a plumbing company first and foremost. That's what our bread and butter. Since we put a flag in the ground in 1953, but since then we've expanded and grown into so many different product and business categories that. The goal today is just to educate the homeowner, the plumber like yourself, the builder, the remodeler, who we are and what we offer in this market in the Southwest suburbs.
Excellent. And what's great is what we do is we try to help out homeowners. This is mainly for the show, is giving them information and having another location that they can pop in and look, feel, just visualize what possibilities are there for a remodel that they want to do. It may be just something I just want to do a makeover.
Right. And you stepped in the building for the first time, 2 weeks ago, when we had you over for a little building tour, and you probably had ideas in your head who or what Ferguson was, but after you left our showroom, our counter, our warehouse over in Tinley Park, I'm sure that thought had changed for you after leaving that building with everything you saw in our showroom and across the building. Well,
I will say this. My opinion was this is more than just the plumbing supply house.
Yep.
Awesome.
And I look at it like this, as everything I do here is as a consumer. And as a business owner, as a consumer, I want to see and touch what I'm getting. I want to visualize what this is. And having the layout and the displays that you have in the manner that you do really makes it easier as from a homeowner standpoint, because the last thing you want is to get these products and then you have them in and you're like, this doesn't look like it did in the showroom.
Right.
So,
it's a true experience when you walk in. And as we showed you, we offer lighting, plumbing fixtures, appliances as well. And everything throughout our showroom is live. You could I offered to bake you some cookies when you came in. We have a full live kitchen with Sub-Zero Wolf appliances in there. We have a live shower display with, body sprays and, Kohler DTV system that you can play with. Live espresso machines in the wall that God knows I don't need any more coffee throughout the day, but I'm running and hitting that thing a couple times a day. So it's a true experience versus an errand, when going and making selections, building or remodeling a home.
You're going to make it a little bit more of, you're getting excited. You're giddy about it that, okay, this is going to be something that I'm going to do. And also the fact of the environment that we're in right now, they might actually get them. So, and the cool thing is, like I said, you're local, you're in Tinley Park, and that's what we do. This whole show is, to help local people, local businesses. A lot of the contractors that we have on there, just almost all of them, are all smaller businesses.
Right.
And we actually have a segment coming up that we started this year. It's called What's for Lunch?
Oh.
And I was, talking to Evan about doing something like that because it's a lunchtime show. And what really kicked it off was a couple of our guys were eating at Gina's Teardrop Cafe, and they listens to the show, and they gave a $25 gift card to give away on the show. And I thought that was just tremendous. I thought, that's awesome. It's small businesses, helping small businesses.
And where are they located?
They're located at 856 West Laraway Road in New Lenox, and that is near Nelson and Laraway Road.
Very cool. May have to pay a visit when we get off air here.
I was talking to Gina and her sister there over the weekend, and I'm like, great people. And actually, Gina is going to be on at the 12:20 mark, and she is going to discuss, and we're going to talk about what's for lunch. What kind of eats they're serving.
I know. If we're planning a little trip after this, I need to ask Gina what I should order. So
there you go.
Looking forward to hearing from her.
Awesome. And that's one thing that's cool is it's the community helping out the community, and just being able to shop at someone that is a business owner that you may see at the grocery store, that you may see them at other different parts. You'll see them everywhere in the community, right? Because they're living and buying, and that's how you keep the community going.
That was the coolest thing I think I noticed. The Tinley Park showroom branch is my operation, and as I noted, we face a lot of adversity just with the timing on when we opened this place, and the coolest thing that I saw from this market, Southwest Suburbs, is you hit the nail on the head. Everybody wants to, buy on the south side. Everybody wants to shop local. I've had, whether it be appliance quotes or plumbing quotes that are thrown on my desk and say, hey, listen, I want to keep this order on the south side. I have a quote from, some supply house up on the North Shore or something, but I'd like to buy it on the south side and keep it on the south side. I don't think you get that anywhere else. I've opened a couple locations throughout my career at Ferguson, and I've never seen that. Right. In other situations, so cutthroat, and can you beat this quote and all that? It's the south side, the southwest suburbs. It's a very cool, area to do business, and it's been truly enjoyable.
Well, the people are great, and just from what I was saying about you had a couple of plumbers there that are stopping in a local restaurant having breakfast, and you have the owner doing something like that. That's great. And I am going to announce the winner of that gift card that, they've made submissions on Facebook and as far as through our text line. So we got a gift card to give away.
Very awesome.
Cool. And that text line is 708-964-5500. If you have any questions you want to shoot over to us or any comments about the show, we'd love to hear them. Also, I want to wish a happy birthday to one of my daughter's friends, 24 years old, Karen Skylar.
Happy birthday, Karen.
She's a student of speech pathology at Rush Medical in Chicago. And wow. I for Christmas, she came over with us over on Christmas, and she gave me a button that's a no button that you just hit it and it gives me like 20 different ways of saying no. I had it last week.
Is that your favorite word, Steve? There has to be a story behind it.
Well, it's just kind of funny. And then when our guest last week, Tyler, he was talking about something. I'm like, did you ever make a mistake on anything? He says, no. I go, are you lying? He goes, no, I'm not lying. I go, no.
Too funny.
Because we were talking about the first jobs we did.
Right, yeah.
And it's kind of funny because no one starts out at
Oh,
Pro.
absolutely. Even this radio show, we were laughing. Like, go back and listen to the first couple episodes. Right. It's look how far you've come. That's cool.
Well, you get more comfortable. I mean, I was just, I had a message. I knew when I started this, I had a message and I had an idea, and I was doing it on social media in a way where it's like just trying to give out information and it isn't to disparage or badmouth anybody. It's just, you've got to find, just like anything else, you've got to find the right fit and application for what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And that goes with the service people you have. And if you are having somebody doing a deck, you need somebody who does a deck. If you see me as a plumber and you see me advertising drywall, flooring, and doing deck work, don't hire me. I wouldn't hire me because that means something went terribly wrong.
Right.
The wheels just fell off the bus somewhere. It's not good. You just want to get the people that do what they do because that's what they're good at. These trades take a while to get good at what they do. And I'll tell you, just from, going to different supply houses, I could tell the people that have been there a while, that have been in the business a while, because I can tell them little things I know this and this. Mm-hmm. And they know exactly what it is I need. They know what I'm looking for. And that kind of experience and knowledge is invaluable.
Right.
Same thing when you're having somebody out to your house. It's having somebody who knows what you're talking about and can kind of take your vision and put it to actual reality.
Right.
And having somebody, and you don't do it alone, because you'll have, even if you have somebody that's a general contractor, he's going to have a team that's going to put that together. And that team is going to be a supply house such as yourself that is going to be able to say, look, we've got this vision. You're going to spend X amount of dollars on all these pretty products. The last thing we're going to let you get is $99 fixtures that are just going to, break in a year. We're going to get you some quality products, and we're going to put you to a location where you can get that. We're going to send you over to some people that will be able to, we're all on the same page as far as where we're going to take you. And that's where a showroom such as yours.
Absolutely. And there's, we exist because of our, product knowledge and our industry knowledge. And if it wasn't for us, everyone would just buy online. And we exist because people are still looking for that.
Absolutely.
Every day.
Absolutely. And I don't like to buy online. We don't want people to go online. We're going to take a quick break. And then after the break, we are going to have Gina's Teardrop Cafe.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your...
Welcome back to the Prepare to Repair Show. I am your host, Steve Suarez with RJ Graham Plumbing. Along with me, I have Mac Tracy and Justin Garola from Ferguson Supply. And we were talking just Ferguson and plumbing and everything. But we're going to take a break right here from that. And
let's call it a lunch break.
There you go. Lunch break.
Perfect
We're going to bring on the most awesome person in the world right now, Gina from Gina's Teardrop Cafe. Gina, you there?
I'm here. Hi. How are you?
Awesome. I was just talking about you, and I want to thank you for the soup. When I stopped by there, the soup was phenomenal. It was cream of rice soup.
Ooh.
It was the best. And I wanted to thank you for the gift card. And it was a great gift for us. And we're going to announce the winner of the show. And I want to just tell you how appreciative we are.
Well, thank you.
And I wanted to ask you, what's for lunch? You're the start of our new segment that's out there. What's for lunch? What's good eats going on over at Gina's Teardrop Cafe?
Well, what's good eats is we have barbecue chicken today for a special, and we make 2 homemade soups every day. And today our soup is cream of cauliflower and chicken rosmarino, which is the little rosmarino noodle, like chicken noodle soup.
That sounds delicious.
It's phenomenal. Thank you. They're very good.
Well, Gina, Mac from Ferguson here. We promised Steve that you would be our next stop after leaving the studio today. So you'll see us here shortly. Get that cauliflower soup ready. We'll be there shortly.
I'll get the cauliflower soup ready.
Look at that. That is awesome. And so you're open for breakfast and lunch, correct?
We are breakfast and lunch. We're here from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day, Monday through Sunday. Sunday through Monday, I don't know. We're here every day.
Well, that's great because I tell you, I hear nothing but really good things about you. The reviews that you get are phenomenal, and even we put out a post on social media about you, and just the feedback was nothing but great. And that's why another one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on is you're a local restaurant and. Wanted to just give you some recognition and actually thanks for sending us over a gift card to give away to listeners. The support is just phenomenal. We appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
So
you just don't have to have lunch. A sandwich at lunchtime, though. You can always have an omelet or a skillet or something like that.
Ooh, now you're talking my language, Gina. Okay.
Yeah, you can eat that all day long, so it doesn't really matter. You can have breakfast or lunch.
Well, you've got these guys over here. They're salivating. They're like they're talking food.
Grab them up.
No, it all sounds good, and we'll Mac and I and maybe Steve, right? We'll be over right after the show.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I could do that. It looks like I may have to make a little run here because we got a pipe burst. But but I mean, that's what I wanted to. I wanted to have you on, and I wanted people to know what kind of business you have, what kind of person you are, because you were just sweet and awesome. Your sister came out, and she was great, and I wanted people to know who you are and what kind of food you have over there, so they could definitely come out and give you guys a look and definitely give you a try.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I just want to say one thing. We have a free Veterans Breakfast the last Monday of the month, and anybody that's a veteran is welcome to come.
Oh, that's
awesome. How cool is that?
For them to, we love veterans, and we'd love for them to come out for a free breakfast, which is the last Monday of every month.
That is awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you.
I'm going to announce the winner of the $25 gift card.
Drum roll.
And exactly. Her name is Anna Olivia. That was the name that she had off of social media. And she is the winner of a $25 gift card from Gina's Teardrop Cafe.
All right, Anna, congrats.
Congratulations.
That's great.
And
I can't wait to meet Anna. Thank you.
Also, too, I've got to tell you, and I don't know if you're aware, but this week, Gina's Teardrop Cafe is the highlighted restaurant, featured restaurant on the Rock and Roll Diner on 95.9 The River. So every day this week between 12 to 1, we are going to be giving away a $25 gift card to Gina's Teardrop Cafe.
Oh, wow, that's great.
So
we're going to get that music just piped on in here.
There you go. So you're gonna love it. The host, Nick Jacobs, he is a strong supporter and gives a lot of love out to local businesses, and which is what we try to do too. So it's we're all a community, we're all in this together, and we're just helping each other out is how we all get ahead.
Again, thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate having you on, Gina. You are great, and I'm going to have to stop in there. I may not be able to come in with these gentlemen here, but I will definitely be able to come in and check everything out and have some. Now, I want to ask you this. I was going to ask you this when I was in there. Do you guys have any gluten-free options?
We do have gluten-free options. Some of our soups are gluten-free. We also have gluten-free bread. We have gluten-free pancakes.
Really?
You can make so the bread can be made into French toast. You can have a sandwich. You can make a pancake sandwich.
Okay.
So we have all with gluten-free, we can make it happen. We can do whatever you need, but, we have like lemon rice is one of our soups. And
okay.
We have soups that we also have a salad that's gluten-free. It's our strawberry walnut salad.
Oh.
So we have a lot of options for gluten-free. And then anything that you make with omelets or eggs is gluten-free. But we also have the bread and stuff to go with that.
Okay. Yeah, because my wife and daughter both have celiac disease, and so they have to, basically be gluten-free. And not a whole lot of restaurants really have that many gluten-free options. Many are really starting to come aboard with it and come around, but it's good to see that a lot of them are having it.
We have a huge gluten-free menu. You can do it many, many things.
Great.
And we are very aware of the salad dressings that are gluten free, so we know that we are safe with that.
Awesome. That's great. So if people want to come over and see you, where's Gina's Teardrop Cafe located?
We're at 826 Laraway. We're in a strip mall. There's a Dunkin' Donuts at the corner, and if the intersection would be Laraway and Nelson is a thoroughfare there that's right next to our corner.
Awesome.
That would help.
Awesome. And you were nervous. There's no reason to be nervous. I mean, we're talking food.
I just started.
You're doing great, Gina.
Thank you so much. I'm not going to lie, I was nervous, but you're very wonderful. You're super nice to talk to, so thank you.
Awesome. Well, you know what? You make it easy having great people like you, and especially the two gentlemen that are here with me. So I appreciate that, and I want to apologize. I think I gave the wrong address when I said yours. I think I said 856. It's 826, and I apologize.
826.
Yes, so I apologize for that. Oh yeah, they'll definitely go there. And I appreciate that, and we want to, congratulate Anna Olivia, the winner of the $25 gift card. And thank you, Gina. We'll be seeing you shortly, and listen for yourself on the Rock and Roll Diner.
We'll see you soon, Gina.
Yeah, see you very soon, Gina. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Gina.
You guys.
You have a good one. Thank you.
Have a good one.
All righty, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back talking more with Justin and Mac from Ferguson.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out.
Welcome back to the Prepare to Repair Show. I am your host, Steve Suarez, with RJ Graham Plumbing, and I'm back here with Mac and Justin from Ferguson Supply in Tinley Park.
How's it going, guys?
Well, we were. How do you do anything after you talk about food and breakfast and
nothing else is on my mind right now. So we can hurry up this segment so we can get to Gina's Teardrop. That soup is calling my name.
Oh, you know what? I might want to rethink that whole segment there, because basically it's just going to get people going, okay, can we wrap
whatever
this
guest
up?
you have on here is going to be like, all right, Steve, come on, let's go, wrap it up.
All right, food, omelets,
Yep.
yada yada. Okay, yep. I sell a few things. Bye. I got to get out of here.
It all sounds amazing.
That's it. Let's just see ya. Okay, we'll cut the commercial. But I wanted to, like I said, we were just talking about, Ferguson over in, Tinley Park, and just the community and everything. Now, you do, a lot of people will attribute you to being just a plumbing supply house, but, walking through there and seeing what you have there, it's tremendous. Now, I haven't really been to, me personally, I didn't know you guys were there. I'll be honest with you. I had used Ferguson when I was at jobs up north, out west, whatever. But I had never, knew that you guys were there. And when you guys came and were talking to me, I'm like, when did you guys open up?
Yeah.
And when Justin's looking at me, he goes, yeah, we've been open there for a little bit. And it was kind of like, man, you didn't know we were here.
and Steve, you know what? I get people walking in every day, whether it be homeowners, the retail traffic coming into our showroom or trades like yourself. It's once we get people in the door, we truly win, because we came to Chicago. Ferguson, like I said earlier, put the flag in the ground. 1953. Think about it. Third biggest market in the country, Chicago. Mm-hmm. We've been in business, coming up on 70 years. We didn't come to Chicago till 2003, early 2004. Yep. It's a tough market, as you know. Union heavy, a lot of mom and pop suppliers. A very unique, difficult market to come into as a large, national company. And when I came on board in 2012, that was shocking to me. Like, holy smokes, we've only been in Chicago, 9 years prior to when I came on board. Right. And then, like you touched on, our main, our mothership in our district, is our Addison, Illinois warehouse. That's, we got 35 trucks that leave that warehouse every morning. That is our mothership. And then we have, other locations sprinkled, throughout Chicagoland. And I used to work out of that location. I tried calling on guys down this market for years.
Right.
And when you don't have, a true brick and mortar on the south side, guys would call our inside sales office and be like, hey, do you have this? that's why people call us, because we have more stuff than anybody. I'm not afraid to say that. We start off as the back order people with a lot of customers, trades like yourself, and then we slowly grow into becoming their primary supply house. And tried calling on people for years down this market, and hey, I have this in stock, but you got to drive up to Addison, Illinois. A guy down in Frankfurt, that's like driving up to Wisconsin for a Southsider, and
well, it's just not cost effective.
Right.
To get people to come out to a showroom that's out here when there's other places that may be, or they can go online.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that we open up the Tinley Park branch, and we keep touching on the showroom, but we also have a 6,000 square foot plumbing counter that we toured you around.
Nobody wants to see that. I mean, really, most of the listeners, they're just like, they're the ones that are wanting to see some of these, because a lot of, believe it or not, and the one thing that's, as I knock the internet as far as buying, on it, because I'm more of people buying stuff that they could see, they could touch, they can get an idea of it. Because you'll get people who will say, well, I see this faucet here, but I could get it at one of the box stores for this. But when they actually go and they come to your location and they grab the display and say, here, grab that, okay? Now, run over to a box store, grab the box. Right. It's still in the box. Compare the two. Right.
And in our showroom, you can come and we have 15 kitchen faucets, live kitchen faucets on display. I mean, we have hundreds of other ones on display, but we have a whole probably 60-inch undermount kitchen sink where we have 10 to 15 faucets that are centered faucets, pull out. You can play with the different spray settings and everything. And that's when you really start capturing, a market and a customer's, when it becomes an experience rather than just, an errand or a stop in. That's where we're winning right now.
But the products are different, though. I mean, when you're, again, it's getting the right products for what you're looking at. Because if you are looking at this specific, product and you want to make sure you're getting the best quality, again, you're doing this remodel and you're spending this kind of money. They're not cheap.
Right.
You want to get the right products that are going to basically the accents, where it's just going to look like the icing on the cake. This looks phenomenal. And, getting the right ones and getting the right products. Now, I'm going to ask you, this is going to be kind of a tough question.
Bring it on.
Okay. Now, you're going to have people that are, we're talking local businesses, and they're going to say, okay, well, Ferguson is this big conglomerate and things like that. And, they're not necessarily what you would be a small mom and pop business where you have small mom and pop supply houses. Now, from my point of view, there are not really many mom and pop supply houses anymore.
Right.
There's a couple of them out there that are still remaining. The other ones, they still say they are, but they were, and some of them were really good at one time. They were bought out, and they're no longer what they were.
I've heard a lot of that, yeah.
And it's kind of frustrating because you miss some of that stuff. But I will tell you that it's how you're treated. And when you have smaller businesses and local businesses, they treat you one way, which is really good. They get everything, and you compete by doing the same thing. That speaks volumes. But also, the main thing is a company like yours and having the buying power and having the ability to get products from all over. It does give an advantage, especially in this market or this time we're living in.
This environment,
where we're just, you can't get certain products. And like you said, if you've got this kitchen that you have and it's just about done and you can't get, the fixtures or certain products that you need to complete it are, a couple of places are telling you they're, maybe 8 weeks out, 10 weeks out. That's a long time to wait to have your house in disarray.
Right. And to touch on that, I get that a lot. You guys are a big, corporate company. I shop local and all that stuff, which I absolutely respect and appreciate.
But essentially, you are local. You're paying people that are working there are local. People that are
absolutely. And
taxes,
that's I touched on 1,600 locations, 31,000 associates throughout. United States, North America, how we, without getting too much into the weeds on how we operate, we're divided up into 25 different districts, essentially profit centers, and within those we have our own local leadership and all that stuff. And us being a part of our district, which is Chicagoland and Wisconsin,
Right.
By sectioning that off into these independent districts, we have the corporate strength, but we have the culture of a smaller mom and pop. I have a very long leash to run my location.
Right.
I'm essentially a small business owner in my market because my leadership team says, you're the one down in the trenches on a day-to-day basis. You make the decisions. We're not in that market on a daily basis like you are. Right. You're talking to plumbers like yourself, remodelers, builders, homeowners. I get full range to stock my warehouse with whatever I want, that caters to my market. And I have a very long leash and they give me the liberty to make decisions that I need to grow a location and grow a market.
Right.
And that's really cool. And that's where we truly feel like, a smaller mom and pop, but also backed with all this firepower from an inventory distribution standpoint.
That's what I was going to say, because, I was talking about this not long ago. I did a job that normally part of it was inside, part of it was outside. Normally I'd go to 2 different places, get what I needed for inside and outside. I wound up having to go to 5 different places. Now, the time, the energy, the just running around to do this and the frustration is pretty much what everyone's feeling now with everything.
Right.
So if you guys can alleviate it by having some stuff, by having products that are being able to get them in a shorter amount of time, then that is going to fill a gap and a void, and that maybe other people aren't able to do.
Right.
And I'll tell you, my people that, the other supply houses that I deal with, they're trying and doing their best, but, they can only get what they can get. And if you have to go as a contractor, I've got to go with who has it.
Absolutely. And when I opened up this location, I was probably out in the market end of 2019, early 2020, before the big pandemic hit. And man, I was out 3-4 nights a week at seeing people. I think I knocked on every remodeler, plumber's door, builder's door, introduced myself, say, hey, I'm Mac from Ferguson, open up a brand new gorgeous showroom, plumbing counter warehouse in Tinley Park. And because of the relationships on the south side, I got a lot of polite kind of doors in my face, because hey, great to know you're in town, but I have a guy I've been going to for 20 plus years.
Right.
Great to know that you're in town, but I do have a relationship with so-and-so over here. And I said, I completely get it. Thank you. Here's my business card. Here's information on our new location. And just throughout the course of this pandemic, it's been amazing to see how many people have started to call me. Those initial conversations that, I left cards with or left my information, the information on the showroom, that are, starting to come out of the woodwork, and because a relationship is only so good if, until you can't get product,
Right.
And that's, where we are absolutely winning right now is our availability of product. We have 11 distribution centers throughout the country that we pull from for our inventory on our local markets. So comparing to a competitor down the street, if they run out of X product on their shelves, they're at the mercy of the manufacturer.
Right.
When us, Ferguson, Tinley Park, run out of product on our shelves, we're at the mercy of those 11, almost 1 million square foot distribution centers throughout the country that I pull from, that are, buying out 12, 18 months in advance to stock product for us. And then if we do deplete those distribution centers, which is oftentimes rare, then we're at the mercy of the manufacturers. So there's a 12-month, I don't want to put a timeline on it, but there's a big cushion buffer that we have internally with how we stock and how we buy, that everyone else is at the mercy of the manufacturers. We're kind of at the mercy of ourselves.
You might actually have more than the actual manufacturer at that point.
How often do I have several of my reps in the market calling me to place a PO because we have it and they don't in their warehouses, and they're the manufacturer. Wow. So I always throw that in there when I'm in front of somebody new, and
The thing is again, having that and being able to have that power is something that is, that is definitely a positive. It's not a negative. And I'll tell you, I've got, good relationships with all, the supply houses in the area, and I buy from all of them. And it's just a matter of being able to get the products when you need it.
Right.
And also, too, it has to do with geography.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's like if I'm doing a job in, say, in Tinley Park or in Orland Park, whatever the case may be, and we're working, it's cost effective to go to come by and see you guys
right.
to get what we need. And or if I have a job that I can order materials for and have it delivered, that works out too. A lot of times it isn't always the prices are pretty much going to be competitive plus or minus depending on what it is.
Right.
So, but I mean, it's all in. I need to be able to make a phone call. And that's the thing with having a good reputation, a good supplier that's going to be able, like you guys, being able to say, we can get this for you.
And that's the beauty of us. We have 9 plumbing locations throughout Chicagoland, and they've been strategically located, over years of game planning on, hey, where are our plumbers, where are our customers, gravitating to, job sites, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So anywhere up to, Crystal Lake, Rockford, we have 2 city locations. So you're a busy man. You probably commit to jobs all throughout Chicagoland. Mm-hmm. Chances are there's going to be a Ferguson nearby that you could call something in and pick something up at. So we're strategically placed regardless of wherever your job site is.
Right.
Chances are there's probably a Ferguson nearby that you could run to within, at most 30 minutes.
Yeah, the one I used to use a lot years ago was the one on Irving Park, and I think it's Pulaski over there.
Which one was that? We have one on Irving Park in Western now.
Irving Park in Western.
Yep,
that was it.
That's still there. That was old Builder Supply.
Yeah.
That's been a plumbing location for 40 years. Plumbers are just conditioned to walking in that door and grabbing a cup of coffee. Like, I don't care what name you slap on that building, plumbers are going to show up.
Yeah, they were good, but let's, like I said, because we can go off and talk about plumbing, and people would be like, okay, they're talking about plumbing, I don't really care. Let's talk about what you have as far as actually, let's talk about this. As far as like you said, having product. This has been a major problem, supply issues, supply chain issues, just getting manufactured, getting materials,
right.
Getting them from the manufacturer and getting them in a timely manner, because lack of these products can hold up.
Absolutely. Closings, anything.
Exactly. It can hold up all that stuff. Now, with it potentially holding up, you need to be able to, get this stuff right away. And for some remodelers or some contractors, that having the product could be the difference in whether or not you get the job.
Right. Absolutely. And the cool thing about us, and I think you had Dan Maka on the show a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about matte black faucets. Yes, everybody wants matte black faucets right now. And I will tell you, even with our inventory strength, they are, relatively tough to get. And granted, we're in a very good position, more so than most. But the cool thing about us is the volume of brands that we offer at Ferguson, trumps almost anybody. So if Dan Maka's going,
well, they don't have to believe you. They don't have to believe you. They don't. You know what they do? Come over and see.
Come on in. And the beauty is, if a homeowner is doing a new build and they have to have this matte black faucet,
right?
Some supply houses, only have 3 to 4 brands that they can offer that even have a matte black.
Right.
The cool thing about us, there is probably there are not many brands that we can't get our hands on or stock internally ourselves. So if that homeowner has to have this matte black faucet that has a pre-rinse coil on it, and I could probably find them if the one they selected, that manufacturer is having a tough time producing it. Mm-hmm. I could probably find you 6 to 8 alternatives within a similar price point that I could have relatively quick. So that's where we win, and it also comes. God forbid if issues happen on a job site or something, a customer's been waiting 6 months for a freestanding tub, finally arrives, plumber unboxes it on a job site, it's in pieces. Yeah. They just waited 6 months on it. that's where we can jump in and find an alternative and get something out to a job relatively quick to put out that fire. So
yeah, that is more common than you think.
Oh, absolutely, especially in this environment now more than ever
with shipping and the way things are delivered like that. And well, I mean that isn't. I mean we're talking about fixtures here, but I mean you. At Ferguson, you deal with, you got the fixtures. You're talking about different types of fixtures, but you also carry parts to repair those fixtures.
Absolutely.
Which is great because a lot of people just sell them and basically you're on your own once they have an issue. That's why I'm not a fan of anybody buying products online.
Absolutely.
Because you're buying.
Who are you going to call when, something goes wrong? You
spend good money for this faucet and then say 3 or 4 years down the line when it finally has an issue and then you can't get any parts, now you have a, $500 paperweight.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you're getting a brand that's decent, that you can get parts for, and if you bought it from a reputable supply house that you can touch and you can actually see these faucets, the brand name, chances are you're going to have the parts that you need for them.
Right.
Which is another plus. So you got, plus there, being able to find the product you need, plus being able to get the parts for it. Also, you guys deal with appliances, you deal with lighting.
Absolutely, and that's the one thing. If we walk away here, that's kind of what I want my lasting message to be here today.
We're
I know. I mean, Steve already called my agent. He already locked us in for episode 2, so we already committed. So we'll be back for more. Trust me. But the kind of what I want to be my message being on here today is I have people like we started with today thinking that we're just the plumbing people.
Correct.
I have 4 Strom consultants that work on the floor and product experts that will, walk you through this process in new construction build. It can be very intimidating,
right.
So people are reaching out to us to be product experts. They know the build process. They work with several builders in the area. I've had people sit in a 2-hour plumbing consultation, doing a whole house plumbing appointment, full house of fixtures. They wrap up, they leave one of our consultants, and they go, do you know where I can buy appliances? And I literally, just look over your shoulder. We have, brands upon brands displayed in our showroom, but it's just
to their defense, they may think that that's just the design.
Exactly, just a place filler, in the showroom.
Right.
So we a broad selection of, every major appliance brand we offer, and we can cater to any budget from, somebody that wants to spend, 20, entry level to, your custom luxury kitchen appliances we offer
for the real cook and the culinary.
It's diving into the appliance world the last couple of years. There's some really cool things out in the appliance space now. And then also people drive by and they just see our pretty lights in the showroom windows and they think we're just lighting people.
Yeah.
So part of my challenge the last 2 years has just been educating this market on everything that we offer, all of our services, all of our product categories, and it takes bringing somebody like yourself, like we did a couple weeks ago.
I didn't know what you had there,
once we can get somebody in the building, it's kind of a light bulb moment.
Right.
And with my custom home builders, we're truly a one-stop shop that they can send a homeowner. And before we came in town, that homeowner had to go to a plumbing showroom, a lighting gallery, and then an appliance retailer.
Right.
That's 2 to 3 weekends of appointments you have to book. You can knock that out in a 2-3 hour appointment with one of my consultants because we're a one-stop shop. We offer all 3 categories.
See what you did, Justin? You had to come by the shop. You had to come by the shop and hang out and talk a little bit about. We talked about water heaters, and here we are. So you see how quickly things happen.
And I'll say this: if you're a contractor out there and you like what Mac's been saying, and you're interested in Ferguson, give our main office a call. I mean, all we're doing initially, right, is having a sales rep come out there and doing an in-person meeting or a phone call, and all we're doing is listening. We're listening to you. We're listening to understand your company and who you are, your goals, your plans, current challenges you may face, and what you've done in the past and what those results were. And what we're doing is we're coming up with a customized solution to fit your company's needs. And maybe that's something that interests you, or all you want to hear is Mac talk about how big we are, and that's good too, and what services we offer. Because maybe you don't realize you have an issue, and you just want to hear what we offer, and like, hey, that could work for us, and that can make us more efficient. So yes, give our main office a call.
And how do they get a hold of you?
So my branch give us a call at 708-781-2060. That will connect you with our Tinley Park location. We do have a inside sales team that fields all of our calls.
And where are you located?
We're 7950 185th Street, Suite A through C in Tinley Park. If you're familiar where the Speedway and Gatto's is on 80th Ave, we're right across the street. I eat at Gatto's, 3-4 times a week.
They're a great place.
Oh, absolutely.
We've got
shout out.
Got some gift cards for them. Frank Gatto's a great guy.
Yep.
Wanted to also touch on something before we end the show. It is cold. The temperatures are dropping, and people, I would say, check your fixtures, check everything, make sure they're running. If they're on an outside wall, let them trickle, because there may be some pipes that may freeze that you didn't know about it. And once you have this Arctic blast, the next thing that comes up, when it starts to warm up, because temperatures are going to start warming up over the next couple of days, then that all starts to thaw out.
Oh, yeah.
When it thaws out, that's when you start seeing these things start to break. So if you can kind of get an idea of what's going on, what's not working, it'll help you prepare for it. So when it starts to thaw, you're looking out for it, and you can kill the water, shut everything off, so you don't minimize the damage that you may have. These cold temperatures, when it's only once or maybe a day or so, it drops down into the teens or single digits, you're okay. But once you start having longer stretches of time, and it stays like that, you get little spots in walls where it traps. It could be insulated.
Right.
It'll trap that air, and it all of a sudden makes that little spot an ice box. Mm-hmm. Because even a refrigerator is insulated. It's going to trap cold air in, and same thing and keep warm air out. Same thing with if you have an insulated area where you get air kind of seeping in. It's insulated, but once it lets cold air in, it'll trap it in like a little pocket. So you don't want to. You want to watch that. Make sure your fixtures are trickling. So I wanted to give everyone that little tidbit before we go. But I want to thank you guys, Justin and Mac, for joining us.
We'll be
here next week.
Thanks for having us, Steve.
And I want to thank everybody for listening. Give us a call if you have any questions about the show or you want to just comment. 708-964-5500. You can also check us out on the preparetorepair.com website, and you can check us out on Prepare to Repair, our Facebook page. So I want to thank everybody for listening. Try to be a little bit informative, a little bit of entertaining, and also want to thank Gina with Gina's Teardrop Cafe for being on. Loved having her on.
Yep,
got to check her out. Get some eats.
We're on the way.
So, thank you all, and we'll finish up part 2 of our
Absolutely. We'll see you soon, Steve.
with Mac and Justin for next week.
Thanks,
Talk
Steve.
to you next week.